Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Earlier today in Baringo, Rigathi made some remarks that have angered quite a good number of Kenyans. In this video, I want us to listen to Rigathi, for his remarks are going to form the basis of our analysis and the discussion right now. Listen to this. Yes. Rigathi is calling for the introduction of the shamba system, where the neighboring communities near the forest are allowed to farm on forest lands. It is a system that has been tried before in Kenya for so many years, but it was banned because it was established it only leads to degradation of the forests. And in 2011, an NECC report had this to say. A new report has revealed that the shamba system, which was launched to improve forest cover, is actually causing degradation of forests. Under the program, which is also known as Plantation Establishment Livelihood Improvement Scheme, PELIS, the Kenya Forest Service, KFS, allows communities neighboring forests to grow crops on forest land when the trees are young. Continues, but environmentalists have described the program as the most abused scheme in the forestry sector. This is the most abused program in the forestry sector. As the National Committee handling environmental complaints, we have discovered the program has bred corruption, where foresters allocate themselves huge chunks of forest land, and there is a reluctance to plant and tend the tree seedlings, said John Chumo, Secretary of the National Environmental Complaints Committee, NECC. The program, according to the latest report by NECC, is contributing to forest degradation. Yes, that's what we call the shamba system. And you can see it was established that system leads to forest degradation. Rigathi is calling for the introduction of the system. And it's interesting, he was making those remarks in the heart of Kalenjin land, and we know that Kalenjins and the Maasais have been having some issues as far as Mau forest is concerned, in that a good number of the Maasais, especially those in Narok, believes the Kalenjins encroached on Mau, and that led to the degradation of the Mau forest. In this video, I want us to dig deep into those remarks by Rigathi to see the hidden truth behind those remarks. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Rigathi is setting the stage for corrupt government officials to grab forest lands. And we used to see that during Moi days, when senior and top government officials could grab forest lands in the name of cultivating the lands. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. Rigathi is just introducing that. And now that he was making the remarks in the heart of the Kalenjin nation, it's clear he was trying to please the Kalenjin nation. Because Kalenjin nation are believed to the people who mostly encroached on forest lands, especially in the Rift Valley. And the issue of the forest land especially, Mau, has been causing some kind of friction between the Maasais and the Kipsigis, most of those in the South Rift, especially in Narok. Rigathi is placing the Kalenjins at the expense of the Maasais. I still remember when William Ruto was on the campaign trail, he assured residents of Narok that he was going to protect the forest lands. He was going to protect Mau Forest. It appears William Ruto is backtracking on that. I know for Rigathi Gachagua to make those kind of remarks, he must have discussed it with William Samoei Ruto. So Rigathi is just trying to test the water to announce the position of the government, William Ruto's position. Rigathi is trying to please the Kalenjins at the expense of the Maasais. And in my honest opinion, that is going to actually isolate the Maasais, the Ma Nation, from this government. The Ma Nation are going to see William Ruto's government as being insensitive and being hostile to them. That's the immediate kind of a reaction I'm seeing, especially going to come from the Ma Nation. A good majority will not approve of that kind of a scheme, and it can lead to more conflicts within the Cape cities and the Ma Nation in the South Rift. And also listening to Rigathi Gachagua, he's using some abusive words. In fact, he's just referring to the current environment minister, Keriako Tobiko, as a stupid man, somebody without brains. But listening to Rigathi Gachagua, those kinds of remarks, in fact, Rigathi Gachagua is just abusing himself. Because those remarks coming from his mouth just shows clearly, as much as he is abusing the current environment minister, who has actually been conserving the forest covers, Rigathi is coming out as the stupid person here, in that he's setting up a scheme that is going to degrade our forests. And he's now just insulting the person who has been making sure the forests are conserved. That's also something coming out very clearly. And if you look on how William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua have started off, they have started off on a wrong footing. Right from their first declaration, it appears they're making blunder after blunder. And in my recent videos, I've always been maintaining that William Ruto will only be making blunders. I'm not just seeing them getting it right. It appears most of their things, they are just making blunders after blunders. An indication again that they were not ready for the leadership. They were not ready to form government. Now that they've been given that government, they are seriously confused, totally confused. They don't know on how to run a government. Or it might also be possible that they're making rash decisions without taking time to actually analyze and see what their decisions actually mean. As now the deputy president and the president of Kenya, William Ruto, it's my opinion that they should be very, very careful before they make some remarks in public. Because their remarks carries a lot of weight. They are now leaders of this nation, and they have to be very, very careful on the kind of remarks they make out in public. William Ruto and Rigathi should actually know that they are messing up themselves very badly. And in the eyes of a good majority of Kenyans, those remarks are very unfortunate, and they can only just lead to more Kenyans getting hungry with this regime, because already cost of living is skyrocketing, I mean. And William Ruto in the United States, UNGA Assembly, he promised to increase allocations to the Global Fund, while back home here, he is removing subsidies on some basic commodities. So already Kenyans are getting fed up with this William Ruto's government. And if they continue making such kinds of remarks, then they're just going to lose more support amongst Kenyans. let me stop it there. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. Any other person who wants to have a chat, a discussion, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or if possible, you can send any donation, support, or contribution to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.